Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to another stream where we're going to talk about what happened yesterday in the North London Derby. I've had some really strange interactions with people yesterday and very, very strange interactions with people that commented on my video yesterday. Everyone is rattled for some whatever reason because I voiced my opinion. I had like two strange interactions with people. Number one on the football terrace, because we spoke about Arteta and the Zubamendi signing and how the fans back Arteta. Mo, you don't speak for Arsenal fans, and I'm sure I don't speak for Arsenal fans. Nobody does. You are your own fan, and you have your own opinion, of course. So let me just get this out of the way because I don't need the headphones. And when I analyzed the game and I said that Arsenal battered Spurs and I said that Arsenal deserved the win, people didn't like it. And they said that the corner was not a corner and the keeper let the goal in and he shouldn't have let the goal in. But people fail to mention something else. People fail to mention that even the goal that Spurs scored was a deflection. So they mentioned that the goalkeeper of Spurs let the goal in from Trossard, but they fail to mention the other side of the story. It's always people that want to run with their narrative. They don't see the reality. They only mention one part of the story. It's always in this life. It's always when you talk to people only mention their side of the story that makes them look right, but they don't mention the others. So people mentioned yesterday it was only a 2-1 win, a narrow win at the Emirates, but they failed to mention that Arsenal missed 5 or 6 clear-cut chances, for example. The Arteta changed the way we play. We're going to talk about that as well, but before we go on and talk about that, hit that like button, people. Subscribe to the channel. I'm very close to 29K. I'm only 15 subscribers from 29K, so if you're new here, hit that like button. When we talk about the game yesterday, if you have watched the game and you watched the game in depth, there are many things that changed yesterday in the game. There are many things that Arsenal did different. Number one, which is what I'm going to mention now. What happened yesterday, is that when people speak about Spurs and people spoke about Arsenal playing at the Spurs ground at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the first game, and people were mentioning that Arsenal defended. So Arsenal yesterday, if you talk about the Arsenal game yesterday, if you watch the Arsenal from the first minute, they were on it. So the reality is, if you look at the Arsenal, how they played yesterday, they entered into the game not scared, not afraid to press, not afraid to go take it to Spurs, not afraid to pin them. How many times this season you have seen Spurs pinned at their 18 for 30 minutes? Yes, Spurs scored first from a deflected goal from a corner, but Arsenal really pressed very high and played very well. That is how people talk about it. You gotta be objective when you talk about the game. Maybe you want to mention that Arsenal, oh my God, they didn't score and they got scored on first. But I am here analyzing that at the end, what matters in the derby is that Arsenal at the end won the game. Literally, if you look at the game yesterday, if you go and watch the stats, if you don't believe me, go and watch the stats. If you don't believe me, go and check the stats. Arsenal in the first 30 minutes literally pinned Spurs in their 18. Spurs were fighting for their life. And I said that on Al-Ahwa yesterday, that I thought that Spurs were fighting for their life in the first 30 minutes. That is the reality. You just go watch it. They were diving in the 18, clearing the ball, not knowing how to get out of the press. How many times Jed Spence was cornered on that left side of Spurs because Arsenal were pressing him and forcing him to pass back, and it goes to the goalkeeper and they clear it. But people don't want to mention that. And when, oh, Mo, you change your opinion about Arsenal, I didn't. Still, is Arteta going to go back to old ways? Is Arteta going to go back to the way that he started the season? That's what we're yet to see. But I'm here talking about only the game yesterday. And in the game yesterday, the reality is that Arsenal went back to look like the Arsenal of last season. And that is the Arsenal that everyone wanted. And that's the Arsenal that everyone wanted. That is the Arsenal that everyone saw last season, that won 16 out of 18 games. There is no denying that. The problem with Arsenal, which is, I'm not going to talk about the problems now, I just want to mention the positives first, before I even mention the negatives. If you talk about the Arsenal yesterday looked like a team that is willing to press even at 2-1 up. That didn't want to just sit deep and absorb pressure. Arsenal were trying to press even at 2-1, trying to press Spurs at their area. This is why we saw the goalkeeper, like the pass back and the touch with the hand. That is the reality, right? Like the reality. I'm going to ask you something for the people, and I want the people in the chat to let me know. How, if Arsenal, because a lot of people have said, but Arsenal defended after 2-1. So how, if Arsenal defended, the goalkeeper was forced to touch the ball with his hand because the pass back? We can talk about, as Olu said, we can talk about how Spurs are bad. But I believe, which is what I said yesterday on the football terrace, I said that Arsenal made Spurs look bad. It is not the other. Yes, Spurs are a bad team. Yes, Spurs are a team that is not full of confidence. But Arsenal are the team that made Spurs look bad. If you disagree with me, go and watch the game. Go and watch the game again. It was literally the Arsenal pressed Spurs to make them look bad. Arsenal played better than Spurs yesterday and played better than the majority of the games they played this season within themselves. And can Arteta keep that up? That's what we're going to talk about. In terms of the tactics, him playing Thomas Partey and Declan Rice and Odegaard allowed them to press high because of the athleticism of Thomas Partey and Declan Rice. This is why Thomas Partey was pressing Bissouma at 1-1 in his half. That's athleticism. Jorginho can do this. That is what Thomas Partey offered. And these are the things that I've been screaming that Arsenal need to do. Simple. Arsenal, I keep thinking about this, and I'm like, I was watching the game yesterday, and I'm like, so why don't Arsenal play like this every game? Forget the striker problem. We'll come to the striker problem. We'll come to the problem of Arsenal and the striker and Arsenal not scoring goals. But I'm talking about the tactics here. I am talking about the tactics here. I'm talking about how Arsenal set up in the game. I'm talking about instructions by Arsenal. No, Bissouma didn't give them the ball. These are instructions. Actually, you are absolutely 100% wrong. You know why? Because Bissouma is known to keep the ball and try to dribble into his half, because this is how Spurs play under Ange Postecoglou. So it was instructions by Arteta when Bissouma or what's his name, Archie Gray or Bergvall get the ball. We want to press high. Why? Because Arteta knew that Spurs don't clear the ball. They try to pass the ball. Bissouma was dispossessed. Factually speaking, if Bissouma was dispossessed. You are wrong. And you are very stubborn, Ashley. You are very stubborn. Bissouma didn't give the ball away. He was pressed by Odegaard and Thomas Partey, and Thomas Partey dispossessed him. You can cry as much as you want, Ashley, but you are wrong. You are wrong. It is very simple. Exactly. He tried to dribble and Thomas Partey pressed him to dispossess him. It's a very simple term in football. Very simple term in football. Like, seriously, bro, what are you trying to do? How is someone being pressed in their half, being dispossessed, and you want to tell me that, no, he lost the ball? You know what? Let me tell you what it means. I never said that I want him to. I'm going to answer you, Abdul Ghani, in a bit. Just give me a second, because let me explain the difference between someone this. I'm actually going to tell you, and people, listen, this is the stream of the truth. I am telling you, people misrepresent what I say all the time. People misrepresent all the time. I don't change my stance. I don't, Abdul Ghani. And I'm going to answer you in a bit. Shortly, Abdul Ghani, I never said that Arteta should be sacked today. I don't change my stance, Abdul Ghani. If Arteta doesn't win the league or the Champions League at the end of the season, if this was my club, I would ask for a different voice. I hope that is very clear to you, Abdul Ghani. Some Arsenal fans disagree with me and say, no, we believe that Arteta is the man to take us to win the trophies. And I ask you that, Abdul Ghani, and I say, how long? What if he doesn't win next year? Why it is next year, not this year? Because he doesn't have the players. Be honest with you, Igal presented a very good argument yesterday that maybe it's on the board and he needs to be backed. So let me ask you something. What if he gets a striker this window and he still doesn't win the league? You let me know. And I'm going to go back to the Ashley situation. Guys, there's 200 people here. Listen, I have a challenge always to the people that watch the channel. Live on the stream, let's get to 200 likes. All right? Let's get to 200 likes so we get more people watching. We support the channel. We support it. This is a solo stream between me and you. I want you to have the questions sent to me. 200 likes. So hit the like button underneath the live chat. The first target is 100 likes. I'm sure there's 150 of you here that haven't hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes in the next 5 minutes. And then we take it from there. I support Spurs and I ain't gonna take it you insulting my intelligence. I'm not insulting your intelligence, right? I am just gonna tell you a couple of things, okay? Just simple couple of things, actually. Losing the ball on your own is when you make a miss pass. Is when you pass the ball to the opposition. Is when you try to attempt a pass. But when you have the ball at your feet and someone press you to dispossess you, it's called you got dispossessed. It's very simple. I'm not gonna go through that again. Bayern and others monitoring Zubamendi. Mbuemo not leaving. Yes, Omar, that is the news this morning, actually, guys. The news this morning is that Thomas Frank said that Mbuemo is not leaving in January. There are other news that we will talk about. There are other news for Arsenal because it looks like Arsenal are targeting 3 strikers this window. Vlahovic, Gyökeres, and Sisco in this window. Right? Do you think we should extend Partey with Zubamendi coming in? If so, for how long? Raz, I'm just going to tell you a couple of things. Thomas Partey still has life in him. And if Arsenal can extend him for a year without high wages, I believe that Thomas Partey can be a good asset to Arsenal. Can be a good asset to Arsenal. I like Thomas Partey as a player. I like Thomas Partey as a football player. I like him. Yeah, that was the Sun as a source. But who knows if that is true or not? I know, I get it. You're a Liverpool fan and you don't like the Sun. But these are news. Where your love for the rest of us? Like what club? I don't love any club. I only like Mohamed Salah in the league and Omar Marmoush when he comes in. That's about it. I don't have any love for anybody. And like, I don't like Arsenal. I don't like Liverpool. I don't like Spurs. I don't like anyone more than the other. Maybe I dislike Man United more than the others. That is the reality. There are too many issues with him. Yeah, that is another thing. The off-the-pitch problems for Thomas Partey is a massive thing, and they need to fix it, to be honest. Guys, can you hear me well if I'm sitting back like this? Can you hear me well if I'm sitting back like this? Can you just let me know? Yes or no in the chat, everyone. Can you hear me well if I'm sitting back like this? I want to just rest my back a little bit. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, people. Come on. Appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. I don't want to like step forward and just, I want to rest my back. I'm not at my studio. You guys know this is a green screen. I'm not in my studio. I'm visiting my family. I think, Nathan, me and you have to come to an agreement, Nathan, about this Arteta thing. I wouldn't change my stance, Nathan. You know that? As a big football club, Nathan, even though Arteta brought you to the promised land, I still maintain the same thing. He doesn't win this season. We need to talk about maybe a different voice. It is up to, by the way, I'm not dictating what any Arsenal fans should do or shouldn't do. It is completely up to you. You support your club the way you want. By the way, I tell the Inter people the same thing. I support Inter the way I support Inter. You support Arsenal the way you want to support Arsenal. I support things. Everyone supports their club the way they support to be, or the way they want to be. For me, I just say one thing. If you consider yourself a big club, and you can debate me on this, would you keep a manager more than 5 years without winning the league or the Premier League? Ask a Chelsea fan this. Ask a United fan this. Ask a Liverpool fan this. It is very simple. And you think that I'm saying this because I hate Arteta or I don't think he's a good manager. I think Arteta is a very good manager. And I stated many times that I would take him at Inter if Inzaghi leaves. If we win nothing this season. So people are different opinions. The people need to understand that people have different opinions. People have different opinions. Like some people say 5 years is enough for a manager. And some other, and I don't want to be honest with you, I don't want to talk today about Arteta out or Arteta in. This is not the conversation for today. Today, I want to talk about something else. Today, I want to talk about why Arsenal need to keep doing what they did yesterday in the game. Chelsea fans say our manager need to play certain way. Arsenal say, oh yeah, Arteta reverted his context, blah, blah, blah. Yesterday, by the way, Arteta didn't have Bukayo Saka and he was able to press. No, I would never have Arteta at Inter this long. Never. If Arteta comes to Inter, he has 2 years to win the league. 2 years, max. 2 years maximum, my friend. Raz is saying 5 years, yes, but those first 2 seasons don't count. There is nothing that doesn't count. If we had won the league one of those years, it would have been a miracle, huh? Yeah, but this is the building year. The first 2 years were the building years. Then after that, he challenged for the league twice. Am I wrong? He challenged for the league twice. And now this is the 3rd year for him being at the top. So he needs to deliver. I won't change my stance. But listen, Raz, I really don't want to talk about that. I really don't want to talk about this. So Omar is saying, keyword preferred. Marmoush is tonight at Manchester City. The thing about this Zubamendi thing, it's not done yet. The Zubamendi thing is not done yet. It needs a bit of work yet. It looks like Bayern are looking into him. However, all the reports are saying that Arsenal are leading the race to convince Zubamendi to join them next season. In isolation, it's a fantastic and a magnificent signing. a midfield of Declan Rice, Zubamendi, and Odegaard is an amazing midfield, without a shadow of a doubt. It's a midfield that is as competent as it gets. And for the people that don't like Declan Rice, if you watch Declan Rice yesterday, you know exactly what his job on the pitch is. The guy intercepts, the guy dispossesses, the guy runs with the ball, the guy carries the ball. And he delivers fantastic set pieces as well. This is a good job for Declan Rice. And people think that every 100 million signing need to be Ronaldinho. Not really. Well, people don't talk about Caicedo conceding a penalty the other day against Bournemouth. He himself is over £100 million signing, isn't he? I'm not saying the two players are similar, but again, people don't talk about Caicedo conceding a penalty. People don't talk about Caicedo not being great lately. But people don't talk about that. You are £100 million signing doesn't mean you have to be perfect every game. Declan Rice last season was one of the best players in the league. I believe that Declan Rice already justified his price tag. Already justified his price tag. Being one of the best, it is not on him yesterday. Sorry, it is not on Declan Rice last season that Arsenal didn't win the league. Actually, Declan Rice was Arsenal's best player throughout the season. It is not on him. It is on the forward. It's on the forward. It's on the forward line that didn't deliver in the Aston Villa game. It's on the forward line that didn't deliver during the West Ham game. That is on them. Why is it on Declan Rice? He already justified that. It's very simple. But going to the game yesterday, and we're going to talk about the Premier League table and all the stuff. I don't know why Ashley is so rattled. Why are you so rattled? Number one, are you a guy or a girl? Or whatever in this day and age. Are you a guy or a girl, bro? Are you a guy or a girl? Ashley. Are you a guy or a girl, bro? Like, so I can address you. I am not. I am trying, like, Ashley, bro, I'm just going to call you bro. I'm not insulting at all. Listen, on my channel, I don't try to insult anyone, my man. I never try to insult anyone. I don't know anything, bro. I'm just a humble guy on the internet saying my piece. I'm not. I am not. I'm just a guy on the internet saying my piece. You are so rattled because you lost yesterday and because your team is so shit. You're so rattled, Ashley, because your team is so shit that you can't comprehend that someone else was better than you on the pitch yesterday. It is very obvious. I'm just a guy on the internet saying my opinion. People like me. People hate me. A lot of people yesterday didn't like me on the football terrace. It is crazy how rattled you are. You're so rattled. You might go support someone else. Maybe go support another team that win trophies, bro. Maybe go support Man City or something. Come to Inter. We'll take you. We win trophies, bro. We're a big club. Come to Inter. We'll take you. We claim you. With someone that is so passionate like you, I will take you at Inter. I will take you to support Inter. Adi. I will take you at Inter, bro. It's crazy, bro. We'll take you at Inter. We win trophies, bro. We win trophies. You know that we have Ballon d'Or winners in our ranks in the history. So have some shame. I am not insulting. Again, I am not insulting. I am not insulting. Tell me, what did I say that isn't? See, you're not super chatting. I am showing your comment more than anyone else. Yet you say I'm insulting you. So I'm having respect that you're one of my viewers. Yet you're so rattled. I can completely ignore your chat, but I'm not. But I'm still showing your chat. Bro, chill, bro. It's not trolling me, bro. Just like to have conversation with people, bro. Oh my God. If you go and watch that stream, I want you don't watch the stream. Just go and watch the comments. Just go to the comment section and see how many people are fucking rattled with what a guy on the internet says, bro. Someone rattled the whole fan base because they can't comprehend that I want to treat their club as a big club. They just can't comprehend. They just can't. They can't comprehend that I'm saying my opinion. Bro, they are so rattled. Yeah, I don't know if it's timestamped. Anyway, can we go back to the game yesterday? And I want to speak a little bit about how Spurs yesterday. I'm not sure if it was a matter of quality. I don't know if it was a matter of tactics. But I genuinely said yesterday that Spurs has quality. Spurs has quality. I think it was tactics yesterday. I think it was tactics, in my opinion. I think Arteta out-tacticked Ange Postecoglou yesterday. He set up his team better than Spurs yesterday. It is very simple. And by the way, I'm going to repeat this again. Let me repeat this again. Arteta, Mikel Arteta, need to trust his defenders to defend in space. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Kelly. You don't have to have a compact defense. You don't. You can press. If you have Declan Rice and Partey in front of them to fend for them, you can defend in spaces. Tactically speaking, he needs to do that. He needs to trust his defenders. No, we'll talk about, is the title race on? Yes or no, people? Is the title race on? Can someone tell me? Do you think the title race is on? You look at the table at the current moment. This is the table, how it looks. Arsenal, number one. The thing that Arsenal need to do first is separate themselves from that chasing pack. Arsenal are 4 points behind Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool have a game in hand. But in the next week, Arsenal play Aston Villa at home and Liverpool play Brentford away. One of the toughest grounds to go to in the Premier League based on the points and based on the form. If Arsenal win against Aston Villa at home, and it's not going to be an easy game, there will be 1 point behind. However, Arsenal still need to go in this window because what happened yesterday, you might not get away with it in other games. Missing abundance of chances, leaving the opposition in the game at 2-1, you might not win the game. Against other teams, you might concede. You need to finish your chances. Why? Why are you saying this? No, seriously, Craig, listen, I respect you. Why are you saying this? Why are you saying I am on Arsenal's payroll? Like, what is your explanation? Have you watched the terrace yesterday? When I literally was cooking Arsenal and the fan base? Why are you saying I'm on Arsenal's payroll? Seriously. Why do you say that? What is the reason? Like, why? Why do people think that you have to have the same opinion about, like, yesterday we were talking about Arteta staying after the season if he doesn't win a major trophy. Today, we're talking about the ongoing season. By the way, I was asked a straight question. Mo, do you want Arteta, if you are, do you think Arteta should be sacked now? I answered straight, no. No. I answered straight, no. And I thought the Arsenal played well yesterday. I thought the Arsenal played well yesterday. I don't know why people are so surprised. So Arsenal were the team on top for 90 minutes. I don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I thought in isolation, Arsenal's game yesterday was way superior to Spurs, and it was a better game than the other games they played. They missed chances. Like, I don't understand. Why do people don't understand this? I literally think that. And by the way, my standards for Arsenal are low, as Ashley says, because they haven't been good this season. They didn't play good football. When they take the lead, they defend deep. And they didn't do this yesterday. And I literally, when someone asked me yesterday, what are your predictions for the game? I said Arsenal win. And I said Arsenal will win narrow because they're not clinical in front of the goal. It's literally what happened. I'm not saying I'm right. That was just my reading of the game. I just read the game like this. The Arsenal will create chances, but Arsenal will not deliver because they're not clinical. And fucking Kai Havertz is shite. Kai Havertz is shit. And it's the same thing yesterday. Kai Havertz yesterday only did the defensive striker in the league. You know when people say we have the best defensive striker in the league? That is very true. The guy was pressing. We're fighting for long balls. We're doing the duels. When it comes on actual football, for a number 9 or a striker or a forward player to score, he fucking fluffed his line. And the problem is Arsenal fans like him because he does all this fighting thing, you know. He fights on the pitch. He gives it all. He leaves everything on the pitch. Who gives a fuck? When you get across in front of the goal, fucking score, bro. Score. Pass the ball right. Bro, seriously. Seriously. Matthew, Solanke literally took a step back this season. And by the way, I mentioned that to a lot of Spurs fans, and they don't like it. By the way, Kai Havertz, oh my God, yesterday. Raheem Sterling yesterday again. Raheem Sterling yesterday and Kai Havertz. Even Abu Treka in the studio of Bein Sports, if people know who Abu Treka is, he was saying, what does Raheem Sterling and Kai Havertz offer to Arsenal when they get the ball? What did Sterling and Kai Havertz offer to Arsenal when they get the ball? They showed abundance of frames yesterday when Raheem Sterling had chances to create a cross or to put a player in, and he literally delays the play every time he gets the ball. In comparison with Arsenal this season, and I explained to you why, Mafia, Arsenal yesterday were different than Arsenal before this season. And I explained to you why, Mafia. Because yesterday at 2-1, Arsenal were still pressing and trying to create chances. This season, Arsenal has chosen to sit deep and defend deep and not go for a third goal majority of the time. That's why I like the performance yesterday. All Liverpool need to win Brentford away. Next Ipswich at home. Then we back, inshallah. By the way, if you guys haven't watched Al Ahwa yesterday, when I told Hussam about Arsenal, and if he doesn't rate Arsenal, why does he not have chest? I meant every word I said yesterday. All of you, if you are a Liverpool fan in the chat, if you are a Liverpool fan in the chat, and you don't rate this Arsenal team, and you say Arsenal are shit, I need your chest out and to say that you are favorites to win the league. If you rate Arsenal and you say Arsenal are not shit, I will hear it from you. I will hear it from you. Otherwise, I need you to admit that you should win the league. It's very simple. unless you think that Nottingham Forest are going to win the league. So for Mo, like, because people say, a lot of Liverpool fans, bro, and say, and I'm not here targeting Omar, I'm targeting a lot of Liverpool fans. Boy, Arsenal are shit. The shit corner FC, that's a shit team. Okay, then who's the best team in the league? I don't know. I don't know. Who's gonna? Are you better than them? Well, it's I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Are Arsenal shit or are Arsenal good? Answer the damn question. If you're a Liverpool fan, answer the question. Simple. Like, if you're a Liverpool fan and you think Arsenal are shit, you must be the favorites. Because Arsenal are shit. If Arsenal are good, then say Arsenal are good then. Be objective and say Arsenal are good. Say Arsenal have a chance of winning the league. Simple. Unless you think Forest are going to win it, or Chelsea, or Newcastle, then say it. Say it. Have your chest out, bro. Have your chest out. So I still maintain the same. I said that Arsenal, it doesn't look like they're going to go on a run. And let me tell you something. You know what? Let's play this fucking game. Let's play this game. Let's play this fucking game, bro. How many of us here in the